Hey guys, Nerdy Perkins here, bringing you another video. So today I wanted to talk about a mechanic that I think will likely come to the One Piece trading card game, and that would be transformation mechanics. Because in One Piece, there is a specific devil fruit type called a zone devil fruit that allows the user to transform into an animal form as well as a hybrid form, so a form that is both like a human animal hybrid. I'll likely throw up a couple examples and throw up some stuff while I'm talking here, but I'll just dive right into it and explain kind of why I think we're gonna see this. We have our two of our main leaders for the decks. They're two of the ones we've seen extensively so far, and that would be Kaido and Luffy. And both of these guys have forms that you could use as a secondary leader. So I've already kind of said in another video that I think we'll get a purple Kaido leader that is either his hybrid form or his just full-on dragon form. And by the way, if there's gonna be spoilers for the manga, I'm not gonna go like super crazy like recent spoilers, but like spoilers enough to like, you know, the recent anime, because we are getting a Kaido deck and Kaido is the most recent villain. But past that, I think we'll get Luffy. I think we'll get a Luffy leader that is a gear 4 Luffy. Whether that's like, you know, whether those cards will then be will have functionality with these leader cards that we've gotten, or if they'll have a flip mechanic, something like that. I'm not entirely sure how the leaders will work, but then you have all the character cards, which I think where we're going to see a lot of other transformations. Because with Kaido's deck, we can see that all Kaido's crew are zone users. So all of these guys have animal forms. So I think we will likely get cards that are animal forms and you know, hybrid forms of these various characters, at least if we saw them in the manga. So I will just really quick bring up a mock-up of what I think a transformation card might look like, or a card that it would use this mechanic would look like. And I used it with Chopper here as the example, because I think from the red deck that Chopper will be one of the cards that will likely utilize this mechanic.
So, I reshot this section later, so if I sound a little different, that's why. It's a little late, so I'm trying not to wake up or disturb my roommates. But just wanted to film this really quick. So originally I thought that the transformation design would be like similar to Digimon, but someone on the Discord pointed out that the mechanic and the way I was describing it is apparently very similar to how it works in the Dragon Ball Super game, card game. So I'll probably pop up a card, but I kind of reconfigured my card here so it kind of fits that a little better. And you'll see what I originally was thinking, like at the end of the video if you're curious. But the idea is that I figure you're going to have transformations with different zone points. So for Chopper, you have the horn point, and you can either play him straight from your hand for 4 cost if you don't have a Chopper to play him on. But if you do have a Chopper to play him on, you'd be able to rest 3 Dawn instead of 4, so you're saving a Dawn there. And you can just play him, and then pretty sure some of the cards in the Super have like effects when transforming. I know Digimon definitely does. So I would not be surprised if we see something like that, where they have a specific mechanic or a specific action that only functions when you do use the transformation, and then maybe they have a secondary effect or like something like that they use as well. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, and I'll just cut back to past me, where I'll talk about different cards that I think will be able to utilize this mechanic well.
And just to show some examples, obviously, like I said up here, we have our zone users who will likely use some kind of transformation mechanic, or some kind of like this mechanic of placing a card over top. But in the red deck, I could see something similar going on with a character like Frankie. We've already seen the Battle Frankie as a additional card in the base set, so I could easily see it where if you have Frankie on the board, you have that in your hand, you know, you can play that on top of Frankie for a cheaper cost if you already have Frankie on the board, that kind of thing. And then we have Sanji, who, once again, if you're not in at least like if you're not at least past Whole Cake, minor spoilers, but Sanji has a suit called a raid suit that basically is like a Power Rangers transformation, and I could easily see that being used here. And honestly, Sanji's a really good pick too. He's low cost. He has that rush, so you're gonna have him rush in, get hit, and then if he survives the next bout of attacks, then he, you can untap him and then play either his raid suit or his Soba Mask card and have it have like, a different ability and have some more utility. So I could definitely see that happening as well. I pulled up X Drake here because I think he might be an interesting example for this, where maybe we have two forms of his like normal color, and I wonder if we'll get maybe our first purple and like our first actual full on dual colored card with his transformations. Maybe we'll get his hybrid form and his full-on animal form in an actual hybrid green and purple card, so that they will be playable in both the green and the purple deck. So I think that'd be really cool. And kind of one of the last ones, we have Hawkins, who I think you could have either a straw man, like straw man card, because he does have a little bit of a transformation, but I'd likely see maybe something more like he has his like crazy straw totem that he summons. I'll throw a picture up. I imagine we'll see some form of that as a card. I don't know if that would use the transformation mechanic, but we could see Hawkins with like a straw form that, could utilize a similar thing. So like I said, you could see it with more than just zones. I think we'll likely see Luffy getting it. Like I said, I think we'll see his gears. I don't know if we'll get like a gear 2 or 3 like transformation card, or if those will just be other character cards. But I do think we'll get gear 4 transformations. I think we'll get a gear 4 character card that you'll be able to place on top of a normal Luffy. Same thing with a Snake Man and a Tank Man, that kind of stuff. But that's all I really have for today. Like I said, I think that this is a pretty solid idea. I think we were very likely to see it, and I think it's telling that, we haven't kind of seen any of these hybrid or animal forms of any of our purple cards here. And we haven't seen, we've seen the Battle Frankie art, but we haven't seen what the card looks like. And like I said, I think with X Drake kind of being a dual color, kind of flexing in here, I'm betting we're gonna see his other forms being kind of a dual colored card. I could be wrong, and maybe they won't do that right off the bat, but I think that'll work, because if you have character cards that are dual colors, then they are just flexible within the decks themselves, and you're future-proofing for when we eventually do have a purple and a green leader, and then X Drake will be a perfect play in that deck. But like I said, that's all I have. I want to say thanks to basically Hawkins, for making the mod on this tabletop sim. If you're curious how I'm making this video, I'm using the tabletop simulator on Steam. And we're getting all these awesome translations and awesome scans from awesome people on the Discord. In particular, I want to thank Deltron 3030. They made a bunch of they've been translating and doing a bunch of these cards, making really good proxies, and they made the template that made it so I could kind of make this mock-up example. And I'll leave this as kind of the final image. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think we'll see something similar like this? Or do you think, we'll just see zone transformation cards as their own separate character cards without any functionality with the other character cards? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. And if you like the video, think I have something going here, I'd love a like, love a subscribe. I'm going to try to keep doing content like this every day as much as I can. And yeah, like I said, that's all I really got though. You guys have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye.